All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for those that are able to get on. I know a lot of you catch these recordings because it's hard to get on at a specific time. I totally understand that. Tonight, Lexi and I are going to share a little bit about our story with coaching, just to give you an idea. We both have very different stories on how we got started. So it'll give you kind of an idea of how literally anybody can be a coach. And then we'll just go over a couple things. I know you learned a lot in the sneak peek today, and I hope it answered a lot of your questions. And then, of course, if you have any other questions, reach out to me, reach out to Lexi, or whatever coach added you to the group. So I'm going to start by screen sharing. So give me just a moment here and we will get going. All right. So here we go. So for those of you that don't know me, and maybe I didn't add you to this group, my name is Shayna Howell. I have been coaching for just over a year and a half now. And when I started a year and a half ago, I was a complete introvert. I did not have a whole lot of friends on Facebook. I would still consider myself an introvert, to be honest. I don't go out there and meet people easily. That's not my thing. I'm a homebody. I'm kind of a hermit. So to start a business like this really made me nervous. And that was one of the first things I thought when my coach brought this up to me was, I can't do this. Like, I don't talk in front of people. I don't reach out to people randomly. I don't add people to my network and meet people very easily. And what I found for me anyway, is that I can run this entire thing from my social media, which kind of gives me that security blanket of, okay, I can reach out to people because I don't have to talk to them right away. I do talk to people now, and it has gotten easier for me. And one of the things that we do as coaches is personal development. And that has helped me a lot to become more confident in what it is that I'm doing. But you don't have to start there. Everybody has a starting point with coaching, just like you do with your fitness. And that's what I found has helped me and happened with me. When I started, we were drowning in debt. So for those that don't know my story, I had my son, he's 2.5, and started doing Beachbody programs to lose the baby weight and get in shape and just feel better about myself after having him. I had a C-section, I had diastasis recti, which basically means that my abs never fully came back together. They still haven't. And I ended up with mastitis, really, really bad, and had to go back in the hospital for it. So we had a lot of medical bills that we were not expecting. We had to put our son on specialized formula, which was another cost we weren't expecting. And to be honest, and I think most parents can relate to this, we underestimated how much it was going to cost to have a son. And we were drowning in debt. We could not afford to live. We were living paycheck to paycheck barely. We were borrowing money from my parents to scrape by. And it got to that point where I was going to have to go back to work. And it terrified me. I didn't want to go back to work. I thought I was going to want to. I had actually got my degree shortly before having my son. And then I had him and I realized I wanted to stay home with him. And we definitely could not afford that. So when my coach brought it up to me, I was a Shakeology skeptic. I had never tried it before. I was in her group. I had done T25, which is my love language program. I absolutely love it. And I lost all the baby weight. I lost that 30 pounds. And I felt great, but I didn't want to try Shakeology. I thought that it was kind of cheesy. I'm like, of course you're going to lose weight when you drink a shake. I didn't understand what it was. I thought it was a protein shake. I thought it was a weight loss shake. And yes, it has awesome protein. And yes, it will help with weight loss. But it is so much more than that. And that is something that I've learned as a coach. I decided to dive all in with coaching because I loved the programs. And I wanted to stay home with my son desperately. And I saw this as that opportunity that I could make this work if I tried it. So I tried Shakeology. I fell in love with it. It's amazing. It tastes great, which is something that I was really nervous about. But on top of that, it has helped me. It has helped my husband. It's helped our son. Our son drinks it too. He drinks half a scoop a day. But it's helped us all to just become healthier people because it is that nutrient-dense drink, giving us the things that we don't normally get in our diets. But I was a skeptic of it. So I understand those people who are like, I don't know about Shakeology, and they think it's expensive, which I did too. It's honestly $4 to $5 a day per meal, which is awesome. And we've actually saved money by being on Shakeology. It actually fit into our budget really well, especially in the beginning when we didn't have a budget for Shakeology. I was able to cover my costs from the beginning because I was so dedicated to making this work. So it is something that's possible even for somebody who's an introvert who doesn't have a big network. You can make this work too. I am proof of that. I am the founder of Team Goal Crushers. Our team is almost 300 strong and growing. It's super exciting. And I am a full-time coach now. I never did go back to work. I built this into a full-time income plus. I'm making more than I was at my full-time job before coaching. So that's really exciting. And my husband's actually taking some steps to move positions in his job to something that he wanted to do, which is going to be a pay cut for him. And we can actually afford for that now. So it's amazing that not only am I living my life by design by being a coach and being able to stay home, but it's giving my families opportunities to do that as well. So now we're going to move on to Lexi. She's going to share a little bit about her story, and then we'll go from there.
All right. Hi, guys. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Lexi. Shayna is actually my coach and my fiance's cousin. I started coaching about a year ago, a couple days ago, actually, it was a year. I've been coaching on and off for about a year. And I'm recently engaged to an awesome mechanic. When I started, I was a full-time student, and I had just started working part-time for minimum wage. And while I was driving around a crazy gas guzzler, 8 miles to the gallon, so I had absolutely no money. My government aid was pending at that point, so I literally was living off of the minimum wage that I got, working 10 hours a week as a beauty advisor at Walgreens. And I was not a fan of fitness. I hate running, which is what I always thought. There's nothing, can't do anything but cardio. And that's not true. I figured that out shortly. But I had to beg my fiance now, boyfriend then, to let me try this. And we had researched it for months. I had never been a shake person. And so when Shayna had presented me with the opportunity of the challenge pack and it came with the shakes, I was really, really, really skeptical about it. To me, shakes were for people who, didn't want to put in the work in, I thought it was a weight loss shake, like Shayna was saying. And so I had done research for about 6 months on what Shakeology does, how it helps and how it could hurt people, which I found out that it doesn't. And so after that, I decided to jump in. And like I said, I was going to school and I was working, so I was kind of just dabbling into coaching for a little while before I had decided to finally go all in. I recently decided to go all in, and make it basically my full-time job. I'm taking care of my mom right now, so it makes it kind of easier for me because I am at home. So taking care of my mom who has congestive heart failure and coaching, between those two, I've been able to do tons of things. Since I started coaching, I've lost 39 pounds total, and I just keep going. I was diagnosed with depression about 6 years ago, and I couldn't really figure out anything to help with that. I didn't want to take medication. I wanted to be normal, and because of coaching and surrounding myself with the amazing people that are part of the team that I'm a part of, it has helped tremendously. That along with the personal development that we do, reading. I do reading or listen to a podcast every day, just positive, uplifting things. And then I was recently diagnosed with PCOS, which is polycystic ovarian syndrome. And basically part of that is some of my hormones are too high while other hormones are too low, which makes it extremely hard to lose weight. And things transfer into fat, carbs transfer into fat a lot easier. So the fact that I have been able to lose the 39 pounds that I have lost has really been an eye-opener that although, PCOS might not be what I want, nobody wants to have something like that, but it definitely, I can work around it, and I can work with it, and I can be the person that I want to be because of it. So that's it.
All right. So just to give you guys a little bit more background on coaching, because I had a lot of doubts when I first started coaching. And not only that, I thought that coaches had to be a certain kind of person. I thought that coaches had to be super, super fit. I thought that they had to have their act together all the time. I drink a glass of wine every night. I love wine. That's my guilty pleasure. I still do it as a coach. It's not about being perfect. It's not about being this supermodel body. Coaches come in all shapes and sizes. They are all fitness levels at all stages in their journey. It doesn't matter. What's great about it is you're just sharing your journey and your story with people. That is what you're doing. And if you're doing that, then you're doing what a coach does. Whether you still have 30, 40, 50 pounds to lose, whether you've hit your goal and have those before and after pictures, or whether you never needed to lose weight in the first place, you just wanted to start working out and doing a different workout program. It doesn't matter. Every single one of you can be successful as a coach because coaching isn't discriminatory. You are going to reach people in a way that maybe I can't, or Lexi can't, or our coaches on our team already can't. Everybody is going to reach somebody in a certain way and inspire somebody in a certain way. So you have that one person out there who is waiting to hear your message and your story, and that is going to be that moment that it clicks for them. And that's what I think is really cool about this. You don't have to live in a big city. It doesn't matter if you're in a small city because, like I said before, you can run this completely on your social media. There are people who do this in person, and they meet people in person, and they're very social people, and that's awesome. But you can also run this completely from the comfort of your own home, in your pajamas, with your laptop in your lap, which is how I have run my entire business. You can be a full-time employee. You can be a stay-at-home mom. It doesn't matter. The nice thing about this, you only need about an hour a day to start growing your business. As your business grows, yes, you will need to put more time into it, but you're going to reap the rewards from that. So it makes sense to it, balances itself out. But in the beginning, an hour a day is truly all you need to do this. When I first started, I had I think he was 6 or 7 months at the time, month old, who was sleeping sporadically. I did this during nap times and whenever that kid was asleep. It isn't something that has to be 1 full hour a day. You've got to set it aside. No, if you've got 15 minutes here and there, it's something you can make work. It doesn't matter what age you are. It doesn't matter if you have a fitness or nutrition background. I definitely didn't. One awesome thing that I have loved about coaching is that I have learned a ton about fitness and nutrition that I didn't know before. So as you go along, you're learning more and more things, whether that's from your own personal research, whether that's through your own journey, or through our team, which is great. We've got a team of super, super supportive people. Like I said, Team Goal Crushers, which is my team, has almost 300 people, but we have an upline of thousands of people that we can use as resources and learn from and get ideas from. And it's amazing to have that support and that community behind you of people who truly want you to be successful. The other thing that I get all the time, and I didn't put it on the slide, but I get all the time that, oh, if I start now, there's all these people who have been doing it before and everybody's heard of Beachbody. Yes, that's true. There's a lot of people who started this before you. There's a lot of people that started this before me. And I've only been doing this a year and a half and have been able to build it into a full-time income, and it's only growing from there. So it doesn't matter when you get into this business because our entire country is struggling with an epidemic of obesity and of being unhealthy. There are seriously millions of people for us to help. So to say that you've got to be in this at a certain time, it doesn't make sense. There are people that I don't know that you do, that you can help. And there are people that you are going to meet that I will never meet that you are going to help. And that's a really cool thing about this. Your job as a coach is literally to help people get healthy as you get healthy yourself. You are inviting people to do this with you. And that is one thing that I really love about this is that, like I said, you don't have to be at your end goal. You just have to be willing to share where you're at and share your story as you go along. You're going to hold people accountable through challenge groups. And the great thing about this is that they are going to hold you accountable through those challenge groups too. I have never in my life, I lost 30 pounds before I had my son. Then I gained it all back when I got pregnant, and then I lost it again through Beachbody. But those 30 pounds I lost before having my son, before I had met into the Beachbody community, I was at the gym all the time, and I was up and down. I was on the bandwagon, off the bandwagon, on the bandwagon, off the bandwagon, and it was hard. And the cool thing about being a coach is, one, people are going to know you're a coach, so you are going to want to put out there the healthiest version of yourself and make healthier decisions. But you're also running these groups to hold people accountable, and you're going to be posting your workouts in there every day, and your Shakeology and your food, and giving people more ideas on recipes that they can use, which we all help you with in the team page, so don't feel like you need to be a genius at it. But the great thing is that that's going to hold you accountable too. I have never been as accountable to my health and fitness and to my family's health and fitness than I have been as I've been a coach. And that's exciting to me, because it means that not only am I the healthiest I've ever been, and my husband is the healthiest that he's ever been, but it means that my son is growing up knowing this already. He's already going to have these tools that I didn't learn until I was almost 30. So that's really cool as well. And obviously, the best part about this, you get paid. You get paid to help people be healthy and to be healthy yourself. I joke all the time, I get paid to take selfies. And it's literally true. I take selfies all the time. I post it on social media. I share my journey. And that is how I help to inspire people and motivate people. And that's what I get paid for. So it's a really cool thing about coaching. So I'm going to go ahead and stop our screen share now. I know, like I said, a lot of you are catching this recording, which is great. And if you have questions, just let us know. But I hope that this helped to answer a little bit more of your questions and give you an idea of my story, of Lexi's story, and how it doesn't matter what your background is. There are so many different backgrounds of coaches. And that's the really cool thing about this, is that we are all here and able to help people in different ways. So Lexi, do you have anything else you want to add? You're good? All right. So anyway, I hope everybody has a great night. I hope this answered a lot of your questions, and that's all we got for you. So we'll talk to you soon, and I hope to see you on our team page soon. Bye, guys.